Pronounce it one more time for everybody out there.
Yeah, my full name is Sonatane Lui.
Perfect. So kind of talk about your journey here. Obviously, you're you're a guy that came last spring, and people just didn't know who you were, and like a walk on and all that stuff. What was your path like coming here?
Well, I mean, it's all praise to God and my family. I mean, I came off the 2-year mission from my LDS mission in Los Angeles, and I just my dad asked, do you think you have a shot? So Coach Avalos, luckily he called me, and it's all because of Avalos and Caldwell working with me. They asked, hey, would you want to come up and have a walk-on spot? So I said, yeah, of course, I'd love to. So came up. Luckily we have great coaches here, great teammates who just helped build me up. I mean, Sam Mack last year, I feel like he was just a coach with me on the field every time he was with, out there with me. So that's about it.
Did they recruit you out of high school? How'd they kind of know about you?
I think Coach Avalos came to watch Durant Miles because I played against him down in Utah, Alta versus Bingham, and so I played against him, and I guess Coach Avalos liked what he saw, so yes, he said he always kept an eye on me. So.
Do you thank Durant for that then, or?
Yeah, I always thank Durant. Durant's my friend. Like, he's one of my best friends on the team. We're both LDS returned missionaries, so we kind of have this special bond. I go to church with him sometimes, and so.
What was it like being able to not just be a freshman walk-on, but also play right away last year? What was that experience like for you, being able to do that?
I mean, it was really surprising. I mean, like I said, it was all because of Coach Avalos and Coach Caldwell. I came with no technique. I mean, 2 years is a long time away from football and lifting, and so it was only because of them that I was able to get my strength up, get my technique down, and contribute to the team.
How do you feel like you improved during the year? It did seem like they were able to mix you in a little bit more as it kind of progressed. How do you feel like you got better and got acclimated to it?
They just, I was just willing to do whatever the team wanted. I mean, whether or not I start, whether or not I play, as long as I contribute and as long as we get that win, I can't really get mad. I think they saw places where I could play, and so they put me in, in the inside, and so that's where majority towards the end of the year they kind of put me in a little more, but it was just to contribute to the wins.
Sounds like obviously you might be competing to start there, obviously with David kind of moving over a little bit. What's that opportunity like to maybe have that chance this year?
Yeah, I mean, starting's great, but like I said, I just want to contribute to the team winning. If I was 4th string, if I started on special teams, I'm just happy to be here and just get to play on the team. There's no place like the Blues. So.
What was it like for you guys last year? There were quite a few true freshmen. We just talked to Chase, and obviously Vasily got in a little bit too yourself. You guys were able to play, maybe not a ton, but to play a little bit. I mean, how much did that kind of help you going into this spring?
Oh man, it's helped leaps and bounds. I mean, when you transition from high school to college, there's 2 different levels, 2 different speeds. I mean, in high school, you can be the biggest rock star, but you come to college and you're nothing. I mean, there's a good reality check for me. It kind of humbled me a little to know, you're not the biggest, baddest guy anymore. And I mean, I'm probably the smallest guy on the defensive line, so that kind of humbled me just walking into the room. So I think for us, especially for Manny, me, myself, and Chase Atata, I think it kind of taught us so we're not shocked when we actually do get to play against the bigger guys.
As Chase, who has the best Steve Caldwell impression? Who do you think on the team has the best Caldwell impression?
I don't know about that. Let's see. I actually think Emmanuel Vasily has the best one.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I think Emmanuel does. Emmanuel's a really quiet guy, but when he does impressions, it's hilarious. So.
You talked about some of those guys like Chase and Manny. They played in the fall of 2015 in high school football. You didn't play at all, so that speed adjustment. But what was it like for you? I mean, it had to have been pretty shocking.
Yeah, it was kind of like a deer in the headlights. I showed up to spring ball. I mean, the only thing my mission it was against the rules to lift. So all I ever did, I had companions who would like to go running, so I'd be like, okay. So I think I came to Boise State at around 260, and so I thought I was going to play 3 tech, but they moved me to nose guard. But I mean, just like I said, it was all because of Caldwell and Avalos. They told me, calm down, you'll be fine, and they were really good mentors to me. Like they're like my second fathers.
So because you got all that out of the way, I mean, you must just be a lot more relaxed though than heading into the spring, and maybe feeling like you can kind of focus on and get some of the basic stuff that maybe last year you needed. You said you had the time off, but now this time around in spring, it must be nice for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that anxiety. I mean, the thing I love about here at Boise State, no one's position set. I mean, right now, David, me, Durant, I mean, Chase and Tada, all of our positions are up for grabs. So, I mean, I still have the anxiety to keep fighting, you know, all of us do. And I think it helps us push each other. You know, it's a group effort, not just individuals working towards, you know, oh, I'm the starter, I'm going to stay here where I am and no one's going to come close to me. But it's rather than, you know, hey, come and try and catch me, because then you'll kind of have the other guys try to step up too.
Are you more of a classic nose tackle weight now? Where are you at?
Right now I'm at 302, so that's.
So in a year, it's about 40 pounds. Was that easy or difficult to do?
I mean, it was kind of a push. You know, you gotta force food down, but I love it because Coach Pittman I love how much he's on us. I mean, you guys probably have heard the stories about Coach Pittman, how rough he is, how, you know, gung-ho he is about weights and everything like that. And I think I really needed that coming off the mission to kind of push me to gain weight, you know, gain strength, be more explosive, stuff like that.